I'm just saying, don't be surprised if someone whips it out at TI group stage and owns with it, because it can be strong.
Yeah, no, we're not seeing that. You have a better chance of seeing a Pudge carry than a Shanky carry.
Which we have seen, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty high chance. Yeah, I mean, the Pudge carry's been really good with Yagnim's and everything. A lot to build on with that hero. Well, as it does seem we've got a little bit of a delay here. Just kidding, the draft started and underway, so let's get into it. Game number 3 of T1 versus Team Spirit is a go.
Dire team ban.
Well.
I don't think Team Spirit is gonna ban Keeper of the Light again. They're not gonna be worried about that. I wouldn't be surprised if T1 is the one who bans it out themselves.
Yeah, the Omni-Knight, however, is banned by Team Spirit. And it's definitely looks strong. Hoodwink as well.
Disgusting.
Yeah, surprising that Hoodwink wasn't really touched in the first series at all, and in the second. In these 5 games that we watched, I don't think Hoodwink has been banned. Meanwhile, all of these teams play her on 5 and on 4 quite a bit.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a team thing, right? Where you got the players if they want to play it or not. I think LGD, especially Xingqiu, he was playing Hoodwink for such a long time, going back to the major. I think, like you said, now that it's popular, he doesn't want to play it anymore.
I'm telling you, there's a certain type of a player. He always wants to be innovating. He wants to be doing what no one else is.
That is Xingqiu.
And
sure.
I feel like that trait is very exaggerated within the position 4 community. Like, a lot of position 4 players want to experiment,
especially in China.
Always. Yeah, but it's a good thing, because as a position 4 you have to have that mentality in game and with your picks.
Yeah.
It just helps.
Those are the how do you call it, annoying players.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That kind of mentality creates annoying players who are just out there in your games to annoy you, tilt you, and then you lose the game because of it. So they're finding new ways to piss you off.
Yeah, they're just making the game worse. Worse for you, that is. And T1, they open up with Vengeance 3, and they're gonna make the game a lot worse for Team Spirit. With the minus armor, with the right click punches, with the living armor plus Vengeful Spirit later on. When she gets that Aghanims, she has 2 lives, plus she has all those heals. Oof. It looked really strong in the first series that we watched.
Yeah, it was first phase banned too. I know in game 1, I can't remember game 2 right now. And Cuckoo has been playing quite a bit of Vengeful Spirit as well. So this is something that he's probably going to pick up for himself.
Yeah, let's see what Team Spirit go for. I mean, this bench here did seem like, I can't believe we didn't see it in any of the other games in that first series.
Well, they were banned, right?
Well, it was banned last phase. It was picked game 2, and then it was banned last phase in game 3. So there was a possibility of it being picked up, but nobody wanted to go for it, which is surprising after the performance it had in game 2. But nevertheless, we now see it. We'll see if it shows similar dominance as before. And to nobody's surprise, we'll get the Bane coming out once again for Team Spirit. Yeah, so it was good last game. It was insane.
So is the meta crystallizing already? Because it feels like we've seen these 4 heroes in the first series as well. Exactly the same 4. And I guess if you're Team Spirit, you might want to get that PL, and the PL is banned out by T1.
Yeah, it's like you said, these 4 heroes, and then also the ones that are already banned out, right? They're pretty much what everybody is revolving around at the moment.
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe some Tidehunter. Maybe just, copy paste the homework that PSGLGD did and Undying. Just use it here.
T1 definitely do like to play more of a low cooldown tempo kind of lineups. So that's why I think we don't see them playing Tidehunter that much. But Team Spirit, though, they do play Tide. They like the big team fighter offlaner guy. Like, Collapse is an insane player. This guy would just bust out his Magnus, like, if he needs to, even if it's not the patch for it. Tide, these kind of heroes.
You're not going to see your Beastmaster. They ban it out. But I wouldn't mind seeing the Tide. with the Clinks, it's also pretty solid. Maybe Magnus Clinks isn't the best combo, but they still have another hero to combo it with, right? So it could work. Besides that, Mirana is still in the pool, something that we have seen with Bane. Moon Meander in the first series was really outperforming on the hero, so might be an option for Team Spirit. And they have Mira. Mira should play Mirana, right? Eh? No?
True. We did have an era where Mira was playing Mirana a lot, but yeah, hasn't been so popular recently. Undying are picking it, but not many other teams that focused on the Mirana. But maybe with the Bane they'll give it a go.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Milana?
Milana as well. Yeah.
Do love a good Milana.
The only thing I would say about Mirana here is you pick it with a Bane and a Clinks, you're just gonna feel so bad having so many like kind of single targety heroes and not a whole lot of team fight amongst those three. Then you're locking your last two picks into or forcing them into pick team fight. And look at T1 right now. Ooh. My God, that is a hero. Every time I see Elder Titan, I always have like PTSD or something. I don't know what it is about that hero. It's just opponents.
I just love him, and I love the fact that they buffed him up quite a bit. I think what was it, the 1 second or 2 seconds on the duration of the buff that you get when you retract the spirit in.
Right, the spirit 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds. That's massive. Like that's a pretty really big nice buff for Elder Titan, especially if he's some sort of a core that's buying Aghanim's. It's insanely good. And now when you look at the minus armor that T1 has got going for themselves, not only Venge that brings so much utility, now you have the Elder Titan.
Team pick.
And the Collapse Mars. There we go.
It is. Finally, we get to see it. So good on this era.
So this hero might against Venge, right? I mean, there's the swap, but if you get her stuck inside, she's gonna have to swap like one of her teammates into the arena.
I don't think you're doing that with. Yeah, if you got nags, I think it's just fine to die. That's what we're learning.
So if you die, then I mean, the arena will stay up long enough for you to kill the Vengeful Spirit's illusion too.
Is it Amira Mirana? I think we're.
Yep.
Have
fun with that one, casters.
Yeah, it's decent with Mars in the lane, right?
Yeah,
that's solid. Mars is also good versus trees. You can cut down all the trees, catch him very easily if he's trying to run away, trying to defend the tier 1 on the bottom lane, spamming his spells all the time. And now with the Mirana, you have a hero that can leave you, that can rotate mid, get some farm in the jungle too. Overall, I did call it, but after T-Ben talked about it, I completely agree as well. Like, it's good with Bane, but now you have these 3 heroes, Bane, Clinks, Mirana. It just feels way too straightforward. It feels way too 2-digit IQ. It can work. It can definitely work.
We don't want it to
very
work.
Straightforward. Yeah.
Do you guys think T1 is gonna pick like a Phantom Assassin or something like that in this game now? With the kind of picks that Team Spirit, someone who can get out of the arena but also jump onto Mirana, Bane. I think it could be quite nice here.
A lot of minus armor as well, so I wouldn't mind that at all.
I think that's what they need for their carry at least, or even their mid laner. Just someone who can just close the gap. You got Bane, Mirana, Clinks. They hate it when heroes are right on top of them.
Okay, but here's a controversial idea. Just pick Sven.
Here we go again.
Just pick
dumpster diving with Nomad.
Nope, we're just picking Sven. Doesn't really matter if it's like a great Sven game. If it looks really good at PA, Sven's probably better. That's what I'm learning.
He's top tier carry right now for sure. Most played, I think. Most played carry in pubs too. In high on my bracket.
I don't think there was a span of over 2 months in the last 3 years in which Sven wasn't top picked. He's just constantly
well, last
in
patch
the meta,
it was like TB, Luna, Medusa, right?
And
Sven kind of felt sad because all those guys had like built-in faster farming tools than he did. And now he's made his comeback, especially with Omni Knight. He held Omni Knight's hand and rose
together
all the way to the top.
What a power couple.
Dire team ban.
Void Spirit's pretty solid here. You have these, by the way, Medusa that you
Radiant
mentioned,
team
T1's one of favorite heroes, probably on position 1. But with the Void Spirit, you have this hero now that can jump on top of Bane, jump on top of Mirana, get very close and personal with Clinks too. Has to be careful versus the grips and the arena spears, right? But overall, it's a decent. It looks like a decent Void Spirit game.
I'm really surprised that they actually ban out the Medusa on Team Spirit, considering they've already got the Mars and the Bane, which are considered pretty decent answers towards the Medusa. But I guess, they just don't want T1 to be in the comfort zone. Always important to push your enemy.
But you also have to... Oh, the PA here? Yeah, me too. I just want to add on to like Nomad's point. If you have to focus all your skills onto a Medusa with all this single target that you have on Team Spirit, and you don't kill her because of like one stone case, I think that's a disaster. Because you don't have any extra damage anymore to kill the rest of T1's lineup.
Also, the Ag's Shard is super annoying for the Bane to deal with as well, because he casts his ulti and he just gets stunned, so it's like, oh, okay.
You wouldn't be killing her, Nomad. That's probably the main reason why they had to ban it, because you're playing versus Venge. Medusa is strong, but Venge Medusa, and then you bring a little bit of Treant sauce there. It's just unkillable. Yep.
Yeah, that's a scary burger. And now we have the Gyrocopter coming out from Team Spirit. A little bit of hybrid damage. Someone to take advantage of that big arena and just throw his spells into it. And that will round off the Team Spirit draft. As you said before, it just seems very straightforward from them. Not sure if the Clinks or the Gyro is going to be mid, but either way, seems very cookie cutter from Team Spirit.
I think it's going to be a Clinks mid and Gyrocopter safe lane. Their lanes are looking strong on Team Spirit right now. I'm worried for T1's lanes because they've been losing in the last 2 games, but give me that Phantom Assassin, T1. Come on. You know you want it. It's actually perfect, I think, for this game.
Yeah, I completely agree. What else is there? Mofara is spamming Morphling. That's also a good call.
What?
Or just go with the sniper. Exactly what I was thinking. 100%.
Yes.
Exactly what we were.
It was so obvious that we weren't really mentioning the sniper, but obviously T1 are going sniper here. But remind me why they have picked sniper, because I've forgotten.
Don't you remember they played the sniper in the DPC league in SCA quite a bit? In a couple of series at least. Why it's picked right here? I have no goddamn idea.
Okay.
I guess looks solid, outranges Gyro, outranges Clinks. But if they get... I guess they don't really have heroes that get on top of you. That's probably the main reason, right? Like Clinks and Gyro, it's difficult for them to get close and personal with Sniper.
All right, well, that's going to just about round off these drafts, or something these drafts anyways. Anyone brave enough to vote for the Sniper then? I guess is the question I'm going to ask.
Sure. Let's go.
Maniac.
Let's go 23 Savage Sniper, I believe.
He's got the God set on Sniper. I can't go against that. I have that same exact set, so
it's pretty cool.
Let's go Sniper. Yay.
Well, I mean, I do love a good dumpster dive, so I'm afraid it's going to have to be 3 going for T1, even though, my urge to be a contrarian versus my urge to dumpster dive, they're very much clashing here, but I am going to go with a sniper. We'll go with T1 this one, but we'll see. Can they close out the series, or is Team Spirit going to get themselves a win and push themselves through in the upper bracket? We shall find out with our casters, Beakyop and Mofara.
Thank you very much, Nomad. Why Sniper a dumpster dive? Is it because of the suit he's wearing?
Who knows?
Is it just because it looks like, maybe you went dumpster diving, found some purple plastic, and now you're in space? Like, that looks like the spacesuit of someone who imagines that they're in space. You ever do that before? Go into a box and you pretend you're in a spaceship as a kid?
Oh yeah, I did it yesterday.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who did that yesterday.
Cool. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, though. I think the sniper pick's really cool. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more traditional, Like Lisa was saying, I was thinking they were going for something like a morph potentially as well. But this sniper pick's really cool. Like, they don't have great gap close on the Spirit side. There's like Clinks, Gyro, Mars cores. Like, the Gyro's probably going to have to go blink at some point in this game, you'd imagine. And God forbid they ever try and go high ground without a massive net worth lead, because Tree Sniper sounds horrendous to play against. We're
Tree Sniper Elder Titan.
yeah, it's not fun, is it? And we were saying before this game 3 started, we're a little bit behind schedule today already, right? And I was like, oh, I wonder how we could like slow down the schedule even more. And T1 are like, you know what? What? This is it.
Yeah, this feels like it. Do you ever just, when you see Sniper do his voice lines?
Yeah, I hate them.
What? You hate them?
30 seconds.
Like that laugh. What's that about?
I don't know.
The freaking out one's great on Tree. That's the one I really like. I'm really
where he
sad that
talks
it's
about
not
the
an all chat
trees?
line, but yeah.
The trees. Yeah, that would be a good all chat line.
Interested to see how the sniper tree lane does as well. Sounds really fun.
The battle begins.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't know how good it's going to be, but it sounds fun.
Fun for who? The sniper?
Oh, the sniper, yeah. I will say that they have the bulwark on the Mars against the sniper, which in late game could be really strong. Oh, the arrow hits!
Oh boy. Zephyr in a lot of trouble, and he is going to be first blood to Miposhka, who continues to dominate on this Bane.
Yeah, Bane's such a strong hero to get first blood on as well. If you can get those early boosts, a little bit of boost of extra regen potentially, you can really trade.
I'm trying to remember Epicenter when we went. Was Miposhka just constantly on like 1 or 2 heroes that event?
I can't remember. That's so long ago. That
Lot of
Titanic
damage
move.
on the Cuckoo. Not fun to start off as Cuckoo already, Zephyr gives up first blood. You've got Miposhka coming in and using that brain sap with the right click damage coming through from Yotaro.
Yeah, like, normally this Ven GT would be a really strong lane, but because of the first blood, it kind of makes it a little bit awkward. Oh, top lane?
Ooh.
Alright, not very fun.
Mira getting the kill on a 23. Could this potentially be a quick one? Like,
No,
do Team Spirit have a fast enough lineup to do that?
I don't think so.
'Cause I would expect Toronto Tokyo, if he has a good start, gets some farm, might move around a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Potentially, but they don't have, like, great catch and things, right? Kind of only really the Mars and the Bane. Like the panel was saying before, they don't... Oh, hang on, they're going to go for Mira. He's still level 1.
Yeah. Shrapnel and the right clicks. Ooh.
That was close. I mean, if that would have been awful if the Mirana died there, because she used the TP already.
Ooh, brain sap, not enough to get the kill there onto Zephyr. I think there's a little bit, if you hit somebody with the nightmare, either spear or arrows coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If not both. Which could be devastating.
I do think this sniper, like death in the top lane before, obviously it's really sad, but at the same time, like the level 1 is the point where you're probably the weakest, right, in general. And it's the time in the lane where you are most likely to die. If you get like this level 4 unharmed still, like after that one death, you're probably going to be happy.
You have no right.
We'll have to see.
Sniper not the greatest laner though. Oh, Miposhka.
Yeah, in some trouble. Brain sap to survive a little bit longer. Zephyr hitting for an extra 52, so 109 for him.
Oh, he's going for the flat cannon build by the looks of it on Yotaro. So we're going to go for that heavy farming build, it seems.
Bounty.
No rocket barrage. Unless he goes like 1-1-4 or something. But
I don't mind that.
because we saw... Who was the China player that did that before? I can't remember. But
Dire's structures are fortified.
Maybe Ame. Potentially Eurus, actually, now that I think about it. But, how worth it is Rocket Barrage if you don't have the extra bit of lockdown, right?
yeah, for sure. Just wake up the nightmare straight away. Love it.
Bounty.
Worth.
Piss off your Bane as much as possible. I mean, the lanes are going so well for Team Spirit so far.
And 9 and 5 for 23.
Yeah,
that feels really bad.
Oh, the bottle. Mira steals the rune. Carl going to be very sad about that one.
Not getting that bottle refill is going to be massive for this lane and put him in a bit of a detrimental spot. We'll see how he survives. It's not exactly that Clinks has his own bottle filled up, but now Shrapnel laid down.
That beautiful purple shrapnel.
Purple shrapnel, yeah. Well, so that's obviously not shrapnel, and it's purple. I don't know if it's actually. I don't know. Trying to make a point there. I kind of forgot where I was making my point on. Maybe it's fluorescent shrapnel. Who knows?
We're already on the second
connects.
series B Cup. Jesus, come on.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're not all winners. Shrapnel laid down once again. Whitemon trying to put the pressure on these heroes and push them away. 23. He's gotten a lot of CS. He was kind of he was like 7 and 5 just a second ago. Now 17 and 5.
Here comes the Titan Spirit.
Magic missile thrown over on a Miposhka. Wave of terror as well. But they've got themselves the brain sap, and Zephyr going to get run down here. It'll be Miposhka who gets the kill.
Oh dear. Not good. Not good for T1 fans at all.
No. 3-0. Already a bit of a slow start.
I don't know if they're making stacks for the sniper or not as well, but he can take stacks really well on that hero with the shrapnel, right? So even if the sniper has a bad lane top, at least they can catch up.
Already a 1k lead.
Rune Spawn's top as well.
Invisibility.
Right there for Mira, who will go invis. Meanwhile, Simulate Carl trying to get away from this one. Arrow comes in. Mira right on the money. Is that Mirana or Robin Hood?
Yeah, but they're not stealing from the rich. They're stealing from the poor. That's the problem.
Oh, man. Carl? Mid net worth. Mira is towards the bottom if you compare it to the Void Spirit. So taking...
Oh, this is so good for Spirit as well, because the catapult wave comes in just as they get the Void Spirit kill. The Tier 1 tower's like half HP already. That feels incredibly good. Oh, they have the tree, of course, with the living armor, but even so, means the tree's going to have to be using living armor, probably level 1, I assume, at this point, on the mid tower for like the next 5 minutes.
Fill that back up so they can save it. Carl coming over, and Miposhka's ready with a nightmare once again. Resonant Pulse into the Dissimulate goes back towards the tower.
Wave's coming.
And Arrow Creep Wave says, well, we're not today. We're not blocking it this time. And Toronto Tokyo actually gets swept up by Zephyr, so he'll get the save. All right, Carl surviving, has that living armor as well. We'll lay down a shrapnel top, collapse. He will collapse. Will fall down and die as they find a kill here for 23.
Oh god, I hate the sniper attack. I think I said this last time we cast sniper, but god, it's so annoying.
Don't like the laser? Pew pew.
That was a really nice sound effect, B-Cup, thank you. Cuckoo in the bot lane.
Call down used, they'll get the kill on a Cuckoo. Arrow flying towards Carl. They've got the Aether Remnant down, and it will be Illusion bottom. So Carl just can't find any luck with these runes.
This Void Spirit's been so unlucky with rune spawns. The 6-minute and the 8-minute rune, he loses the 50-50 both times, and the Mirana steals the 4-minute rune as well. It's unfortunate. All of a sudden, 23 Savage just up there in net worth after the kill.
Yeah. Third on the net worth. Is there an echo to the sniper sound? Does it give like off a space echo? Oh, Nature's Grass, collapse, might be in trouble. Leap, and I think Mira may want to leave. Gets the arena down, and Collapse walks out of it. Now Mira taking the brunt force of 23. Collapse trying to run. 23 moving in. A great swap move from Cuckoo to get that kill onto Collapse.
Shades on. That was cool.
Dire's structures
Nice play.
are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're really trying to get this mid-tier 1 here with the rotation from the Dire side, not being here to defend it. And they're going to living armor, but it's so low. This is going to feel awful for Spirit.
Yeah. Amira already here to try and take the rune away, and they're going to try and kill him.
Dire's middle tower is under
Carl will
attack.
get the kill. Take out Mira, make sure he can control a rune, potentially for the first time this game. Toronto, Tokyo just ripping through this stack at the moment.
Yeah, this Bane really close to level 6 as well in the bot lane.
Tower is under attack.
Really want to try and get that Fiend's Grip up as soon as possible.
I would almost guarantee that first Fiend's Grip gets them a kill if they smoke for it. And they'll look for the regen. Carl!
Radiant's middle
Bottled
tower
it.
is
Oh,
under
easy
attack.
rune.
Clap in the chat. He finally gets one. Oh, I say he gets one. It's right now a 2k lead here for Spirit. So
Are they,
they've kind of had the perfect start.
Are they stacking Ancients on Spirit, ready for the Gyro? Because if they are, this Gyro's net worth is going to be through the roof soon. Oh, Meteor Hammer.
It's only a double. Overgrowth from Whitemon. Arena down. Spear actually hits on the Void Spirit. They might not have an opportunity to get a kill. Starstorm comes in. Cuckoo low. And now the swap. Ooh, Cuckoo surviving. Nightmare out. They'll look for the sleep on a Miposhka. They'll get the sweep. They'll get the kill on a Collapse. They'll end up trading Cuckoo and Miposhka. Well, he'll fall too. So 2 kills there for T1. Mira on the run in the
No
Nature's
more
Grasp
leaves.
slowed up. Starstorm not doing enough. They're all full health. They'll get a third in this top lane. And T1 bouncing back pretty heavily.
Yeah, Gyro's going to get this bot tier 1 though at the same time. It's the max farm build. It's the flat cannon max into stats into Crystallis. Some people go Dragon Lance and then they disassemble it later on, but I think the Crystallis build is like the most raw DPS you can get.
You think it's the right move?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's this Meteor Hammer again. And Sniper's got that Maelstrom. He's going Dragonlance next.
Is under attack.
Sitting just as farmed as Toronto, Tokyo.
Yeah, getting this tower obviously very important, like we said, against the tree.
Dire's top tower
So that's
has
one.
fallen. Dire
It's 2
are
towers down now.
scanning.
Oh, did you see it was a rune in front of Carl? He's got PTSD. Oh no.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm really impressed that the Spirit are so farmed on their 2 cores. Like, I know this Gyro obviously has gone for the farming build, so you expect him to be so farmed, but
Right.
yeah, this Klink's also doing really well without ever really having left the lanes, right? Like early on. But they haven't made
He
rotations,
hasn't
they've just
exactly
been,
made the biggest rotations.
they've just had a good laning stage and been more efficient.
And then you're getting another glimpse into having a Mirana and having the Mirana roll around and get siege creeps with the arrow, range creeps, and big creeps in camps and moving around, getting as much farm as possible, sitting top of the supports. Sitting king of the peasants
King of the
at the moment.
Peasants. I've copyrighted that name, how dare you. Oh,
Well,
top lane.
at least we know who the king is. Sweep into a spear, right click damage coming in from Toronto, Tokyo. He makes that first rotation off the mid lane and we'll get that kill there on a Whitemon. Not really much you can do, and they're going to continue to put the pressure on with that Meteor Hammer, especially with that Treant dead. They'll try to output as much damage as they can, potentially take the tower, but that potential is like a 1% chance because they're not really putting much on it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Trying to figure out T1. I guess they could keep farming at the moment and be all right, but I don't know if that's exactly where they want to be.
T1 just have none of the map to play with. Like, their small camp and their big camp are blocked in the bot jungle, and Team Spirit are farming the whole top jungle for themselves. So they're just falling further and further behind. Like, their cores can't find openings. They can't find farm.
The smoke towards top.
Oh my
Magic
god.
Missile, great dodge with the illusion room, but they've got the swap into the Nature's Grass. They'll use the arena, and with the right clicks coming through, Cuckoo's getting low, but they've also got the help coming through from Carl, and now, unfortunately, he's hit by that Fiend's Grip. Maposhka just standing his ground. They've got themselves the call down. The lookovers. The Nightmare's going to land on a Carl. They get the kill on a White Bomb. That's going to be 2 dead. Double damage on Yotaro, and they'll find a third. Carl falls, and Team Spirit come out ahead on that fight. I say that. Wow, Tokyo goes down to Zephyr, who will be traded 4 for 1. Still an advantageous fight. Probably didn't want to lose the Clinks, but certainly one that's going to push them further and further ahead.
And 23 Savage is finding farm in this moment, but my god, what a fight for Spirit.
Gyro's about to have that Ags. What, you still don't like that?
Oh god, I hate that hero.
Well, you just got to give your best pew, and then boost it up a little bit. Pew, pew.
I'm gonna be sick. This Ven just felt really underwhelming. This game, by the way. Like, we saw a really great performance from the Venge earlier, from Faith Beyond, right? But in this game, it's felt really sad. Oh, and they see the sniper.
23. They spot him, and can they kill him? Mira kind of jumps in a bit far. And Mira a bit far and potentially a bit dead, but another save there from Aposhka. Wave of Terror, they had the sentry down trying to get the swap. They're going to swap Toronto Tokyo into the Nature's Grasp. He's in a little bit too far, and he's going to be dead. Oh boy. They kill the Clinks, and 23 from going into a bad position into an advantageous one to kill the Clinks is exactly where he wants to be. Oh, Maposhka, stop. He may not survive this, but actually coming around the other side is Yotaro as well as Collapse, and that's going to take the attention off from Maposhka. They're going to turn this around on 23. They've got the spear. They'll get the kill. They'll take out 23. They look over at Zephyr, try to TP out, and Elder Titan falls too. Make it a third. Whitemon, see you later. And it's a fourth as Cuckoo hits the deck over to the side. Triple kill for Yotaro, and it's a 6k lead again at the cost of Clinks.
I mean, that felt really good for T1, right? Like, the Clinks basically just runs in and dies, and all of a sudden the Gyro and the Mars just appear in the backline. They find the sniper, right? If the sniper survives the fights, you're probably not going to win them. But if you can get on top of him first, that hero dies so easily. So, really well played by Spirit to find the right openings. And this Gyro is doing so much damage. I think he was level 15 there at minute 16, which is absurd. Yeah, he's about to tick to level 16. He has Ags. He has Crystallis, and I think that was 2,700 gold or something there at minute 17. That's absurd.
Yeah, it's a bit of an overstep that really costs T1, right? Because the tier 1 bottom is still standing. So they continue to move forward past the tier 1. That gives an opportunity for Spirit to TP and kind of behind them as they were chasing the Bane, which gives them a better spot to fight, right? Because they can get on top of the sniper.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the buff that Gyro needs?
More damage?
Okay, fair enough. I was going to say, you can force staff the rocket, the homing missile. Imagine if you bought a Shadow Blade and you could Shadow Blade the homing missile as well.
Stop. No, you can Silver Edge the homing missile.
Oh, they got a
Give it break.
Oh dear.
Give the homing missile break? Oh my gosh. Collapse, Mirror, Toronto, Tokyo, and Maposhka all over here towards top. While mid gets cleared out by Yotaro's call down. So, look at where the Gyro is. Top of the net worth. Really destroying.
Oh, he's going... Okay, so he's going Silverage for that break missile.
Arrow comes in with the spear. They get the kill on a Zephyr. It's another 1-2 combo there for Spirit to get that kill. And T1, they need a lot here on the sniper because, again, he could just get jumped on. Just have that Maelstrom. He's going into the BKB. We'll see how far back in these fights he can sit. But the second they get like a I would say a blink dagger on this Mars. If they ever get one, he's probably in a lot of trouble. And they're also working with the Moonlight Shadow and the, and Clinks, who can be invis under his nose.
I think he has one. He just came out in the
courier. Yeah, it just came out. So
they're going Shadow Blade and Gyro as well. So
yeah,
they're gonna have so much like gap close if they can get on top of him. Right, it's still difficult because that hero stands so far back, but they're giving themselves ways at least.
Ags picked up for Cuckoo. This is where we saw a big change in the LGD series, in that Venge game. So we'll see if this Ags has the ability to bring T1 more into this, because they're down quite a bit.
Oh, they see the gyro under the sentry.
Yeah, they see the gyro. There's the nightmare, though. Miposhka doing great, but the damage on a Yotaro, they're going to get the kill on the gyro very quickly. The Calden's going to come in. They've got themselves the Assassinate out on a Toronto Tokyo. They'll also dust up the Clinks. He's on the run. There's a wave of terror. So he has to flee as they get a very quick kill onto this gyro.
Yeah, gyro felt safe because he was invis, right? And so he just, unfortunately of him, just walks under a sentry ward. He's going to really wish he had BKB there instead of the Shadow Blade. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. Good fight for T1. Let's see if they can get the mid tier 1 off this while the gyro's dead. It's not looking likely, but
Aether Remnant locking down Collapse. Nightmare again. The God's Rebuke, but the Assassinate coming through. They've got the swap once more, so Collapse, he's trying to run, but the Astral Step is there, and they'll get the kill. Carl will get credit for that one. He was hit by the spear. They'll try to get Toronto Tokyo a kill as they finish off Cuckoo, but again, Cuckoo's got the axe, so everything's available to him. They've got the swap into the Nature's Grass. They'll look over at Toronto Tokyo to try and get the kill into the Clinks. They'll find him. Carl is gone. So is Whitemon. Oh boy, 23 on the run. Yule's up into the air. Mira trying to get it done with the Starstorm, but it's not going to be enough damage to get the kill there. And now they're going to look over as the call now comes out, but Yatoro, he'll kill off 2 and finish off the whole side of T1.
Yeah, really not well played by Yatoro. He understands that when he goes into the Shadow Blade, he has to find the sniper first. And it does that, gets him a little bit low while the rest of the team's finishing off the other heroes. But again, isolating that sniper is still the most key and important thing.
And he's still able to do a lot of damage, even like on the cusp of death. So if he's just that much more survivable, if he can find that much better positioning, these fights can go T1's way, despite the fact that they're down AK.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they weren't so far behind on T1, that fight would have been absolutely fine. Like, it wouldn't have been too bad, but because this gyro is so far from the start that they've had to the game on Spirit, it turns out absolutely horrendous. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. They'll try and pull their way out of this deficit, but it's going to be tough. Lynx is a pretty fast farmer, so is Gyro. It'll be hard to pull your way back in strictly farming.
And the thing... Spirit, they're doing really well, but at some point, like we said earlier, they have to go high ground. And I just...
Yep.
I'm so worried. This game just lasts forever, you know?
I would almost say is like as long as T1's keeping them off the high ground, and yes, they are losing some of these fights, but if they're gaining gold on, say, the sniper, eventually they'll have to go high ground, and the sniper will be at a point where maybe it's so hard to go high ground they can defend. Even though they'll be down potentially 10,000, right?
Yeah. And it's funny because like going high ground, it's not even just the sniper. There's like living arm from the tree. There's the ET. There's swap from Venge. Like, it's gonna be horrendous, and I can't wait.
If you're setting up high ground, you're probably looking for a swap into an Aether Remnant in between the tier 4s.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, there's so many different things you can do with their lineup.
Wave of Terror, they've got the swap. They're going to find Collapse. They'll throw the magic missile and the Assassinate out. He'll go to the arena, but that's not going to save his life. That's the kind of combo we're talking about, and that's not even taking place in the high ground. Things get sketchy for a second.
Almost a Skadi on the Clinks. He's going to be really difficult to deal with. Like, where's the damage coming from on T1 and these big 5-on-5s at the moment? You really rely on this ET aura, I think. Oh, nice deny from Mira.
Radiant are scanning.
23. Going Scotty next. And then finishing off the Mjolnir. And they're kind of moving around as a unit. I guess here, as they're going to go for the smoke.
With the BKB on the gyro, they're going to feel much safer on Spirit. Oh! Tokyo.
And all of a sudden, though, they're going to go after Toronto Tokyo. They've got the Yules into the Aether Remnant. Earth Splitter comes through. They'll get the kill and take out the Clinks again.
It feels like that's happened like 3 times in a row on the Clinks. Right.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, just about.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures
And again, this is getting more farm for 23. This is getting him to a critical mass to hold the high ground. He's got shards, so he's also got a concussive grenade. And they're going to go into Roche. This could be another way back in if they get this. But Team Spirit, they're coming over. They're led by an Invis Mars, but no longer Invis. And they'll take away that obs immediately.
Yeah, they know there's a ward there, though, on the Dire side, so they're going to smoke in now, try and find an entry. Roche doesn't die quickly. That's something we need to keep in mind here, but they're so slow on Spirit, they don't want to commit.
Arrow, that's going to come through on a Cuckoo. Cuckoo gets bashed up by Roche. They're going to jump in with Collapse. Oh, Aegis picked up by 23, and now they're going to try and get out of this one, and he'll do exactly that with a concussive grenade. They get the kill to Collapse. They'll take the first life out of the hands of Cuckoo. I say that because he's got that Ags. We're going to find a swap onto somebody, but won't get it. It ends up being a 1-for-1, and 23's now got the Aegis in his hands.
Oh, DD on the gyro, though. Oh, yours takes off the DD.
And they've got the Aether Remnant. Naturo. He's stunned for a moment. Arrow gets thrown forward by Mira.
They're really struggling to deal with this tree, I think, more than anything on Spirit. This Living Arm is so annoying. The tree and the Venge between them are really horrible heroes for them to have to deal with. Tree has a 4-staff as well. It's a really good item pick up this game. Try and get rid of the Nightmare into Arrow combo or Spear into Arrow just by 4-staffing them away.
Cuckoo back into the mix. Immediately gets hit by an arrow.
Your anger is
Cheeky tip.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And like again, they have this massive net worth lead, but they can't do anything with it.
And it's slowly going down. It was 9k, now it's 7. He goes Mjolnir before the Scotty and Enchanted Quiver for T1. Right now 23 is holding on to the Titan Sliver, but Cuckoo, oh, he'll hold on to the Enchanted Quiver for now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I would say right now the Ags feels like a difference maker in that they've gotten a couple kills with it and it's kept Venge in these fights. They're coming from around the back. They went through bottom, they pushed up to the tier 3, and now they're going to smoke and try and wrap behind the side of T1. So Spirit trying to make a play here, but this is walking out of the high ground where Carl's set up to break a smoke. He's in the perfect position. Back towards their own base. They'll look at the high ground now.
They're such a strong unit. Like, how would you go on them? They have so many so much counter initiation. Like, the Venge can be the hero that just stands at the front. This is what we were saying the problem for T1 last game was, right? If Cuckoo gets gone on, they don't care.
Yeah, I mean that's how we felt about Faith Beyond when he was on this Venge. He dies, but he's still there. Right?
Yeah.
So another smoke from Spirit. Let's see.
Oh, the sniper.
Ooh, 23's at the front. The arena on the back. He's going to concussive grenade away. And now this arena doesn't exactly feel worth it. They might be able to get the kill on a White Mom, but that's going to be it so far. Cuckoo now. Magic Missile onto this gyro. Assassinate thrown forward again. Cuckoo's got that second life to play with. They'll pop the BKB on Yatoro. Question is, do they want to swap him back in? They'll finish off Mira. It ends up being a 2-for-1. But Fiend's Grip coming through onto Zephyr. And they'll finish a third. Ooh, Aether Remnant doesn't land. Dissimulate, trying to catch up. Maposhka, it'll at least be a trade.
Yeah, that's fine. Now they got the kill on the ET with the grip before the Bane died, so they'll be absolutely fine with that. But again, the sniper doesn't die. I mean, that's the big one, right? That's so unfortunate.
It was interesting to see that he was able to get a like. Why do you think the arena came out not on him?
I think they did. I think they thought the sniper was going to be carrying on running back, and Claps tried to catch all three, but unfortunately the sniper just slightly missed out.
Okay.
With the shard, I assume he can push himself out the arena. I actually don't know.
I'm not sure if that one allows you to.
They're going to get the tier 3 here, though. They're going high ground.
High ground first.
Another DD for Yatoro. He's going to have to get back.
They'll TP in. He goes to the Shadow Blade. They're going to look for the Blink as well as the Spear. They look over at 23, but they've got the swap coming out from Cuckoo, and now they hit the stun onto the Gyrocopter. Right click damage coming with the BKB pop by 23. They'll get the cone to Cuckoo, and now they're going to look over as the cooldown comes out. 23 taking a lot of damage here. Ooh, boy, needs to start running. That BKB's only going to last so long, and there's the Yules. 23. He's got an Aegis to work with. Can the rest of his team save him? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they've got the Spear. They have the Rocket Barrage. They'll get themselves a second kill on the 23.
Feels like they should have just been happy with getting the tier 3 though, right? Like the staying to try and get the racks just that little bit too far. It's like staying for that extra creep wave. But you know, unfortunately for them, they didn't know there was a DD on the gyro, to be fair. So.
I think they felt confident with the BKB on the sniper, and they set that fight up, and you could see it in the beginning. They set it up. That was the way they wanted to fight it. But at the end of the day, like you said, the big difference maker is that double damage. So now, kind of sitting steady at that 8k lead. Gyro's got the Silver Edge. He's got Ags. He's finished off a Satanic. And Clinks is starting to output quite a bit of damage too. Starting to hurt. Got the Shard, the Burning Army that comes with it. That output a lot of damage in that last fight in the top lane.
I mean, their damage output is not necessarily the issue for Spirit, right? Like, they have good damage output, right? With the 2 top cores and everything, but I don't know. Maybe it is because of the living armor. It's like they're really tanky, but do they kill heroes quick enough, I guess, is the issue.
I definitely think they can. The auras seem to be putting in work.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the Venge and the...
2-1, yeah. Elder Titan.
Elder Titan, yeah.
Right now, just kind of waiting on Carl.
Apparently he has high ping, is what it is. Not again. Yeah. Oh, no. Pika will tell you there's another 5-minute break coming soon, and then we'll have to go away for 10 minutes.
No, I've got a joke prepared this time if there's going to be a long break like that.
Right, hit me.
I don't know. I don't want to like commit if I'm not going to get the whole joke out, right? See?
Oh, that's a shame. He just came back.
See?
We could have had the half joke.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have been able to tell it again, and then it's the whole thing. Instead, we're ready to go. Chat, all right, you can stop spamming cringe. We get it. We know. Wood Spirit going to the Ags. He's only 1,100 gold off of that, so Carl's close. Zephyr's got Ags, by the way, and he's going into the Shard.
Yeah, it's really good. The Shard is the swap, so that if you stomp, you can like arrive exactly on the stomp straight away, right? Which is really good.
Cuckoo. Oh. avoids the spear. Homing missile still coming in, and they're gonna set up to swap and go.
He's
for
setting
this.
up
They
to
don't
fight,
care
though.
if Cuckoo dies. 'Cause he's got that second life with that axe. So collapse. He'll end up dead to Carl. Earth Splitter not even needed. Arrow's not gonna land, and that was just. You start to play a different game in Dota when you've got this Ags available for you as the Venge to just swap and go, especially when you've got a setup like that by the tier 2. Feels like the easy way to fight that, right?
Mm-hmm. If they hit the spear there, then maybe it goes okay, but I still don't see that being great. Do they have anybody else building Lotus? What's the Bane building? Because they have one on the Mirana, but this swap is the big like killer.
He's got Blink Aethons.
Okay, so he's gone Blink. Cuckoo's just constantly hunting here.
Yeah, he knows he's got that swap opportunity. Placing some vision down where they can. And take over the outpost as well. Spirit, I almost want to say they're not as comfortable taking fights. You know, they're looking for pickoffs. They're not looking for full-on fights. And if they can't get a pickoff, they don't look as ready.
Radiant's
right?
bottom tower is under attack.
Well, how do you fight into this like massive team fight though that
Are fortified.
T1 have? Like this AK network lead is just sustained, and they've just run around us 5 like the whole game. It feels like, apart from sometimes the Venge being by itself.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Take that tier 2 tower up towards top.
Tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, they're pressuring the bottom tier 2. They'll have 23 pushed out with Whitemon over to the side. He's got that Scotty. And Roche is up in 45.
This Roche is the game winner, right? For both sides, and they're going to just sit under their ward at the moment on Spirit. See if T1 decide to poke their heads over or not.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Guess you can kind of just taunt at all times on the Venge, knowing that your death doesn't exactly... It matters, but doesn't matter as much anymore.
You want to piss them off so much that they have to go on you first every single time. It's like mental warfare. Because if they go on you first, that's perfect case scenario. Like...
And the illusions taunt as well. Or at least I could hear it from them. So Roche is up, Aegis and Shard. Elder Titan does have that Shard as well as the Ags now, and they're on the low ground. Blink looking for the spear, but immediately the swap as well as the magic pistol. They look to get the kill and a collapse. They've got the arena, but it's not going to land on a 23. He's on the other side of this. They get the Kona Cuckoo. They're going to have them that illusion. The sweep hits onto the gyrocopter as well as the Mirana.
Nice
They're going to Kona collapse. They're taking the Mars, and now they're going to look over the rest with the Earth Splitter landing on a Toronto Tokyo as well as Miposhka. There's the Nightmare trying to run and assassinate over onto the Mirana, but they've got the Yules up into the air, and now they get the Kona Miposhka. They'll finally take out the Bane. It's going to be a 2-for-1. And by 2-for-1, you still have the illusion for Cuckoo. So really, it's gold, but 2-for-0.
The sniper's just not being dealt with, though, right? Like, and this is what we were saying before.
Back.
And yeah, so this Silver Edge felt like really cool, right? And it seemed really good, but this Swift Blink is something, and the blink on the gyro, I thought it's something they should have gone for earlier, right? So they could find the sniper in the backline even easier. Savage getting bashed up.
Grapnel's onto the high ground, make sure they don't come over. There's the Aegis. Shard picked up by the sniper, but he doesn't need it. He'll give it over to the Treant Protector, which will give him the upgrade on the Nature's Guise if he were to activate it. So 6K lead, and again, it's been Team Spirit kind of maintaining that lead, but not really winning fights.
It's going to be a long one, B Cup. you can just feel it.
Don't worry. Like you said, you know, we get 3 games every series. We're doing it.
We're here
we got
all day.
it.
Don't worry.
Mag's busting for the gyro so he could try and replace that slot with a butterfly. Spell Prism. Ooh, for the Venge.
Not quite as slow now.
And I assume...
Give that to Void Spirit, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it coming out on anybody yet? Sniper going Trickster Cloak, Void Spirit picking up the Spell Prism. Okay. So, again, looking to push in bottom. Whether or not Team Spirit have the ability to
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
converge on this, it's really tough. Now, not only do you have to kill the sniper once, you got to kill him twice. But usually, I would say with sniper, if you're on top of him, you kill him once, you're probably killing him twice, just like they did the last time.
Not necessarily at this point anymore, I don't think. Earlier on, I would have agreed, but at this point, he's a much harder kill. Like, he has so much HP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Goku looking for a swap opportunity.
Oh, that's a great line.
And an arrow goes awry and doesn't land on anybody in this tier 3. Not only about high ground defending, or taking the high ground, it's about high ground defending for Team Spirit, and it's been quite a struggle, but now they've got backdoor active.
They have the lane coming in though. Like, how do they start? How do they start a fight on Spirit? They're gonna try and wrap round with a smoke. You can see Collapse going up from above. They're wrapping all the way around from behind because they want to find the backline first. They want to find the tree. They want to find the Elder Titan.
Oh. Sentry down. They've got the swap now. They're going to go in and try and get the silence with the VKB being popped by Toronto Tokyo. Meteor Hammer coming through. They've got the damage to get the kill on Zephyr as well as Cuckoo. Zephyr's going to buy back. They took the Aegis out of the hands of the sniper. They're right on top of him, but do they have the damage to finish him off a second time? Mars is here, and now they'll go for 23, but the overgrowth comes in. That's going to land on the 2. Mira throwing an arrow. That's going to land on a Carl for a split second. They're going to kill the Collapse. They'll take the Mars for 79 seconds. He does have buyback. Baboshka falls. He's dead for 69. He's got buyback as well. 23 dealing with about half his health. Cuckoo gone once again. Dip for 108 seconds. Zephyr right up on him, and Yantaro's going to die to Carl. You've got 4 heroes dead on the side of Team Spirit with the buyback coming up from Collapse. Do they commit the complete buyback, or do they wait for T1 to try and push in?
This is what we were saying before though, right? Like, you kill Savage the once, but all of a sudden he comes back and the Avenger's brought back as well. She appears right into the fight away again because of the death illusion. And so you basically have 3 lives on the Venge. Because even after the dieback, she's still in the fight.
Yeah.
Without the 2 cores, how do they defend this?
They're going to buy back on Yatro. He's going to TP right into the front lines. They've got the sweep out as well as the stun that's going to hit onto the Void Spirit. They hit the spear that's out onto the sniper. They're looking for the Meteor Hammer to follow it up. They've got the lockdown there, but the Yule's up into the air. And now Yatro's still trying to get the kill here on the 23. He's trying to TP out and gets away right in their face.
Oh, no.
Oh, and they committed the buybacks with everybody but Toronto Tokyo.
Is this the first time they've had a net worth lead on T1? It just ticked back over again to Spirit, but I feel like
think so.
This must be the first time all game. Utoro gets another double damage rune. And they're going to try and get this tier 2 mid here, it feels like, but honestly, this is really scary because Utoro has no buyback. They purge off the DD though.
They'll jump in. They've got the silence in. Oh, God. Yatoro taking a lot of damage. The assassinate! Whoa!
Very, very close. I don't know if you saw what Mira did as well. I think he double leaped in and then accidentally used himself instead of the Void Spirit.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame.
A bit rough.
Oh, that... Yeah, it was the first time they had a net worth lead this whole game.
So, now, You've got the 25 for Toronto Tokyo. He's looking to commit into a Daedalus. And T1 are looking to commit for the win.
They're feeling really good about themselves on T1. You can tell just by the way they're positioned, right? And they know with the Yatoro buyback, it gives them a massive win condition. Where if they kill Yatoro once more, game looks pretty safe for them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The 2-2 over mid. Witchbane picked up for 23's level 25, so he's got himself that 100 attack range.
Oh, good. So what you're telling me, he's even harder to kill now?
Yes.
Good, good.
I can stand even further back.
And he has Trickster's Cloak as well, so you even need detection to kill him. That's quality. Love that.
T1 have just done a fantastic job of breaking down this lead that Team Spirit have had, and there's a timeless relic for the side of T1.
Who do you give that to? Maybe the tree, I guess? Could be okay. Because the Void Spirit wants the Spell Prism, I assume. Maybe he doesn't, I don't know. He's going Mask of
Satanic
Madness.
for 23, and...
Mask of Madness
it's
on
even
the
harder.
ET. Oh god.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, he's got that 100% cleave now.
He's like savage. Step aside.
I'm gonna call it right now. We're gonna see a Zephyr rampage.
Okay. I think that's very brave. Why does Clinks have 4,000 HP?
Clinks, he has 4,000 HP, but I'm not certain that's gonna matter. Well, there goes the rampage opportunity for Elder Titan.
I don't really know what he was standing there for. Oh, DD bot. Sniper's like, hell yeah.
Ooh, Roshan 30. It's so hard to want to commit to Cuckoo because you know he's got that second life. Like, it just doesn't feel great.
No, yeah, it's horrible. Like, the thing is, even when he was so far behind in net worth, he didn't care about just running around and swapping people in, because with 2 lives... Yeah, it's just insane.
Racks are gone.
Yeah, DD Sniper. Thank you very much. They're wrapping
Never
around
fun.
from behind.
And they're going to try and go for it again. But again, Toronto Tokyo, he's holding that buyback. They'll throw the arrow over on Nakaro. Now they get the buyback coming in from Toronto Tokyo. The double Astro step into the silence on Amira. He's taking a lot of damage. He's got the Lotus Orb to try and get away from Carl for the moment. But Sniper on the high ground with the double damage. He finds himself Yatoro Hugo invis for the moment. Surviving.
I like that at so many different points this game we've just had the hero laughs come out, just casually.
Ooh.
My path leads to riches.
Throw level 28. Sniper level 26. So he's got the extra 10 and 15 talent right now. He's trying to get to that 30 if he can. We've seen Yantaro able to output quite a bit of damage. I feel like they really need to make sure that this Aegis does not go into the hands of T1. Like,
how do you
but
stop
it's almost
it?
an impossible task, yeah. Top's pushing in, and you just can't get over there. Yeah. Oh. Ag's Blessing passed over to, I believe, 23. Yeah. Who's now got that Assassinate upgrade.
Okay.
Right.
I guess it's pretty good.
And he's going Refresher.
He's so slow without the boots.
Yeah, but he doesn't need the boots. He's got the concussive grenade to push him forward.
It's Trebuchet Sniper build, I'm telling you. This is...
Won't be Megas just yet. They still have the mid-tier 3 and Rax. Wind Waker picked up by the Void Spirit. Oy.
How did
Assassinate. Carl wants to look over for Miposhka. They've got the silence. Do they get the damage to get the kill? The Gleipnir's going to be thrown out. They'll look over at Cuckoo again. It's Cuckoo, though. They'll have that second life ready to go. They'll take the set of racks, and they just don't have the damage to get the second life out of his hands.
I mean, Team Spirit are just watching them take their racks, right? Like, at some point, you have to try and defend them. Otherwise, they're just going to slowly click your buildings until you lose the game. But it's such an awkward situation. Like, the sniper has almost 4,000 HP, 2 lives. How are you supposed to go on him? This is the problem with, like, what we were saying about the gap close on their heroes. Yeah,
they're going to go. They're going to try and make the move. They've got the spear that's going to throw 23 onto the high ground, but he's got the concussive grenade, and he just got pushed so far back. Gleipnir's going to be used. They've got the White Bond Treant dead, and he's already so far away. It was Cuckoo getting the swap that saved the sniper, but they get the gun to Cuckoo. He's going to be alive again. With that illusion, Yataro ends up dead. He's gone for 2 minutes. They've also taken out this Bane. They're going to look over and try and get the kill on the Toronto Tokyo. The Ear Splitter comes in, and now Collapse trying to defend himself, but the right click damage coming through with the help from Zephyr as well as Carl. They should be able to get the kill onto the Mars, and will. He's got buyback 3v4, but really a 3v5 because they've got the illusion from the Venge still up.
Radiant's middle barracks.
And Sniper's just full HP still. So
Gyro's buyback's off cooldown in 10 seconds. They can make one last ditch effort.
I don't know if T1 can commit to this.
They're going to try and use this invis to get behind this sniper and use that spear, and that's exactly what they're going to get off. They've got the Gleipnir, but there's the swap once again coming out from Cuckoo. Cuckoo keeping his sniper away. There's the concussive grenade. Once again, they get the kill on Miposhka as well as Collapse, but they get the kill on Zephyr. Yatro trying to do with the flat cannon, but BKB gets caught by 23. Toronto Tokyo outputting the damage. Yatro's going to go in on this one, and now they've got the kill, and they'll take out the sniper. It's only the first life, though. They need to commit onto the second. They've got White Bond nearby. He doesn't have overgrowth, but he does have the force staff, and that's going to push this sniper on the high ground. They get the kill on Amir. They look over. Yatro is going to pop the BKB, go over on a White Bond, and they got the stun finally hitting onto the sniper. They look over. 23 getting run down with the rocket barrage as well as the damage coming in from Yatro as well as Toronto Tokyo. They'll finish off 23. He's got buyback, and Team Spirit will survive for now. Almost a game and series winning play right there by Whitemon.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, the sniper getting up to the high ground was great, but they couldn't keep the damage onto the gyrocopter, so eventually he just gets his blink up because Whitemon can't stand and hit him. Otherwise he just dies, right? And because he's able to get the blink off. Oh, can they find that angle for that arrow? They can't.
Oh, but Yatro's going to stay with it, but the Wind Waker brings it on the low ground. Now he's got the Dissimulate.
Oh my god.
Hard to catch him.
We've had some
13,000 net worth lead for T1.
You know what's really funny? We're only halfway through today, which sounds absolutely ridiculous considering how much data we've had, right? But we've had such great games. I have to say. And I know this one's still going on, but we've had some crazy team fights.
10 minutes away from tier 5s, if we even make it that far.
I guess that's what happens when you have all these like teams that are just the best in the world, right? Like they're all going to TI.
Yeah, it's kind of like this is like a TI group stage.
Yeah.
8 teams. The only one who has buyback now is the sniper. Potentially a way for Team Spirit to bring it back, but they weren't able to force the buyback from the sniper.
He's getting Abyssal on Gyrocopter now as well. He has the Basher. I don't know. I think this is actually really good.
Klink's Courier! Oh,
not the tome.
Not the tome and the Daedalus.
Oh, the Daedalus doesn't matter. It's just the tome.
True.
He's almost level 30 on the Gyro as well.
3.5 minutes. That just hurts my soul.
So Gyro's going to pop over to level 30 here when he clears this creep wave, I think. Oh, very close. There's 1 XP away. 3 cooldowns. All right.
Are scanning.
Could
and
be
it's global.
Big. Oh.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
They're losing their buildings.
They are going to be up against Mega Creeps, and I think they've already known that. But they've got the refresher. Now they're going to look over 23. They've got the Gleipnir onto this sniper. Oh, the damage, but they've got the swap, and now into the leap. He leaped into the Aether Remnant. They'll get the kill here onto the Courier of Collapse, and they'll take out Mir, but they end up losing 23, and they've got buyback available on the sniper, and they're going to use it. Cuckoo, he's low. He's gone. The illusion survives, and that's going to be the second life here for Cuckoo, but they get the kill here on a Yatoro as well as Zephyr. And Yatoro, he's dead for 2 minutes, and Mira is dead for 2 as well. They get the buyback coming up from the sniper as well as this Elder Titan. Let's see if they can finish. Yule's up into the air. I believe that was the Wind Waker up into the air. They've got the Dissimulate. They'll look for the spear, but it's not going to land. Carl will get the kill on Maposhka. Now they're looking over as Toronto Tokyo is going to be taunted up and killed off. 4 years dead without buyback. They'll call GG, and T1 will take the series 2-1.
Did you see Zephyr like 3-shot the gyrocopter or something stupid at the end? I don't know how many shots it was. It's like 3 or 4 it looked like. But
he was looking for the rampage, man.
Zephyr doing
I told you.
Huge damage. I mean, the reason they win that last fight is because they have the buyback advantage, right? Where Team Spirit had to use them all in the last one. So, yeah, great game.
Yeah.
Again, Spirit have this massive net worth lead. They just can't do anything with it. You know, like T1, it felt like they were this really great unit. I'd be surprised if they get Venge for the rest of this tournament. It looks ridiculous. When these teams understand how to play around this hero and how good it can be, like their positioning in fights and everything, they're so well executed. So, yeah, really great play by T1, and can't wait to see them play against LGD in the upper bracket.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of ridiculous. I think Venge should be first banned in almost every game. It's when you don't have to care about your first life, don't care at all. So T1, they take the series 2-1 over Spirit. We're going to throw over to the panel to hear their thoughts on the series. Guys, take it away.
Golly goshers. I mean, if there's ever a way to take a game, then that's got to be it. T1 do secure the 2-1 victory over Team Spirit in this series, but man, they had to work